as you can see here. Then we'll get to hear our echo of ourselves.
Our testes are.
That's a great way to start. I'm sure they can
I think
hear
I
that.
stole Jeremy's thunder on the opening there.
No, not at all. I'm not going to do anything pirate related. Or are my?
Oh no.
Terrible.
Or are my?
Oh, are you?
Oh, no. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the weekly Euphoria Games live stream. I'm Jeremy Dunham. I'm the narrative guy, community manager dude. To my right is
Chris Archer, the CCO.
Michael Shore, lead designer.
Hey, and welcome to a very special episode. We're very excited about this one. Let me hit play on our video. That way you can actually see movement. And today is a big announcement. Before we get to it, let's quickly run down a couple of things. This is Offensive Combat. This is our free-to-play shooter in a browser. And we have quite a few things to talk about today. We have the Master Beta Collection reward. We posted a blog on that yesterday. We are announcing our open beta date, which you can already see at the top of the screen. Go ahead, Chris. Let them know. When is our open beta for Offensive Combat happening?
Oh, you see how tired we look?
Yes.
September 27th. Right, we've been working very hard. So next week at this time, we should be officially open beta.
Next week at this time will be 24 hours from open beta.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Be the 27th.
Nice.
Well, it
Well-
just shows you lack of time.
You know what? I thought
We're
I
cognizant, yeah.
asked somebody if it was Monday earlier today, and apparently it's not. It's Wednesday.
I should have told you it's Thursday so we could get donuts.
Yeah, but then I would have been a day late to the show.
Yeah, it's true. So as you can see right now, we also have footage of the game that's running right now. And this is from the open beta, which you will see next week. It's right now, we're running a video that we took, which is why it might seem a little bit out of sync with what we're doing. Or if there's a slightly washed out appearance. We're also going to switch to a live version later on in the show when we're going to show you the new weapon system and how it works. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of things. We're going to be giving out shirts, pretty much everything. But first, let's remind you, if you want to get into the open beta, anyone can do that next week. Closed beta, this is your last week to do it. Go to offensivecombat.com or euphoriagames.com and just put your email address there in the corner. And we'll send you a beta key within 24 hours, thanks to Doug. And the reason you want
Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh, yep, Dougie Doug.
Woot, woot.
And the reason you want to do that is this is the last week, the very last week that we're going to have the closed beta, and we're giving out rewards for that. Chris, can you talk a little bit about the blog we posted yesterday? It was the Master Beta Collection. It's what you get for being a closed beta user. Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Can you do it with a straight face?
My inside voice. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been teasing this for, a god-awful amount of weeks, Michael and I, about how awesome it's going to be. And so here it is. You see that you can actually see, you saw it at the beginning here. If you saw the picture, really cool shirt that's designed only for the closed beta players. Says OG on it, Original Gangsta. On the back it says Offensive Combat Closed Beta. Never ever going to sell that shirt. It's always only going to be for the guys that were in the closed beta. The other cool thing is we did a couple of neat things. One, we made a melee item that is exclusive to the beta testers. It's a fly swatter, which is really cool. And the third thing that we're doing is not the typical just giving you guys coin to mess around with in the game, the stuff that you earn by playing, because we figure you're going to earn that anyway. Instead, what we're doing is we're actually giving a bunch of credits.
Real cash.
Yeah, the equivalent of real cash in the game. So you can buy some permanent items and things like that and get yourself started right away. And, in effect, get a little bit of a head start on the competition as they enter the game when open beta comes.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Are you coming on the show? Are you coming on the show?
Already?
That's Justin.
Is
Justin or...
You
Yeah, we can
have
see
to,
you.
you have to come this way. There you go.
Oh, there you are.
Blaine
Okay.
is escaping as quickly as
Oh,
possible.
wow. Look at this. We start doing the show and you guys just take off. Oh,
There
here
you
we
go.
go.
There's Vanderleest.
He's doing our newest pwn, which you'll see soon. Nom Nom style. That's right.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, wow.
Oh, the Lord.
Oh. Actually, I think we're going to see a fight here in a couple of seconds, which is pretty awesome.
We said that anyone could drop by if they wanted to, and apparently, that was a
eyes.
bad idea.
You can see him in the background. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay. Well, now that we've just totally disrupted the show. That's awesome. Yeah. So that was a little teaser, I think, on one of the new pwns that's upcoming.
Actually, 4 of the new pwns.
That's right.
Oh,
think
you're
these
seeing
are
them.
all new.
Yeah, you're seeing them. Oh, there's no
Yeah.
nice temp
Thanks.
temp icon there.
Yeah, the art that you see is temporary, but it'll be in
It
by
does-
next week.
Can you tell when it has
I
an
hope.
owl and
Yeah.
it says temp on it?
Yeah.
We do that
I can.
for a very obvious reason because you notice it right away.
Now there is a before we actually get a little further,
Yep.
a little bit of housekeeping.
Yep.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, which you should, because we give you a lot of information through that medium, you can follow us at Euphoria Games, or you can like us on Facebook, which we also put a lot of information on, and that's at both Euphoria Games or Offensive Combat. Pick whichever one you like. Do both. We don't mind. And make sure you tweet at us if there's any information you want us to see. If you have a meme for us, Canna Banana, who won a shirt from us last week, did the first ever Offensive Combat meme that I'm aware of, and we posted that on there. So keep them coming. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about the game. And now let's go to a bit of bad news, and I want to get this out of the way as soon as possible. And it's only bad temporarily, and that's we're resetting the accounts once we go open beta, right?
Yep.
It's a necessity.
Let 'em
Yeah,
know
absolutely.
why.
Well, a couple reasons. We have a couple of new systems in the game, specifically the character perk trees, and everyone needs to start from level 1 on that. And we're also our whole weapon system has been revamped, and so if you would have, let's say you bought a Havoc, like it wouldn't have worked in the new system. So we have to reset everyone from 0, just in the base sense of like things wouldn't work if we didn't. So
The cool thing is to tell the users though, and we'll go through the weapon system, is that that's not a bad thing. I mean, the skill tree system is very robust and actually really creates a lot of what we would call classes within the game, where people can really kind of make their character act in a way that's more like, you know, a character that they would play, and really define it. I think greater than a lot of other games do. And then the other thing is the weapon system. I mean, the Havoc is so different now. The base weapons still exist, of course, but there's so much more beyond that would have never been there without
Yeah.
this new system.
Yeah.
And so, and he'll walk you through.
we're
Michael
going
will
to
walk
show you
through
that
this
at
later,
the end
but-
of the broadcast.
But very cool stuff.
And as we mentioned earlier, one of the other things we're giving you, because we're resetting the accounts, because we wanted to thank you, was we are giving you that Master Beta collection.
You keep
I
saying
I
it,
like to say-
and,
well,
and I keep smirking.
I like to
There's
say
nothing
Master
wrong
Beta.
with that. It's totally natural.
That's right. Everyone uses the Master Beta collection.
Yeah.
If you can't talk about the Master Beta collection, then what can you talk about?
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
comfortable enough
We're
to
open.
talk about it.
Yeah, we're adults.
Okay.
So obviously the open beta is the big news.
September 27th,
September
if you
27th.
are just joining us.
And this is another one of the new maps, Pain House, which we showed last week a little bit.
Did we?
We did show a little bit of
Yeah,
Pain House
yeah,
last
we
week.
did.
He's walking through it here.
And but this is new footage. This is not the same footage from last week. This is what we were doing earlier today, actually, when we were just testing it to make sure everything worked. And you can see there's already, it looks better, I think, than it did last week.
Yeah.
Smoother. And there's as you can see, it's a lot closer. There's a lot more close quarters combat in this map than some of the ones that you've already played on the current closed beta. How do you get that? Get that 2x. Now, it's easier to get these days, but in the past, it used to be very hard to get. And
it was difficult, and I had been at an extra crate.
okay,
There it
sweet.
goes.
There you go. There's,
Yeah, there's a crate right next to it now. I know,
Yeah.
I had the same problem. I tried to make the jump 3 times and went, wait a
Kept
minute, there's a
missing.
crate
Yeah.
sitting right there. I could just jump up on that.
That was Nom Nom style.
and
She's gonna punch me now.
do we have a name? Do we have a name?
We do.
For that yet?
It's called Psyched.
Psyched.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Psyched. The pwn is called Psyched.
Yes,
PSYKD exclamation point.
Oh, there's a no. There's a
Apostrophe
in there.
exclamation
Oh,
So,
you
we're
got a fucking
a
apostrophe.
little inside secret is that Michael hates apostrophes and quotations. And
I
anything.
hate misuse of apostrophes.
And Chris,
Let's not misquote me.
and Chris, me, does not understand the English language enough to not use apostrophes and everything. Therefore, the rift, the apostrophe, no apostrophe rift. And a little known secret is that one of the loading screens says removing apostrophes, which is Michael's dig at my overuse of apostrophes. I know, it's kind of boring, but
We think it's funny,
It's
so we're
hilarious.
gonna say it.
yeah, you know what? We think we're hilarious, so that's all that matters.
That might be one of the best new features of the open beta. By the way, we have all new loading screen phrases that people are going to
We
see,
will, we
along
will.
with some old
I
ones.
have a huge list of them that I need to put in the game.
We have a whole bunch of stuff. We have tons and tons of new content as well. I mean, he mentioned at least a couple new maps.
Well,
are we
you're-
walking
you-
through? Are we walking
Sure,
through the
why
content?
not?
We're showing right
well,
now.
you're seeing Pain House.
Seeing Pain House, which is one of our newest maps, is a little bit smaller than our biggest maps. A little bit more inside outside. I'd call it call it COD style sort of game experience there.
Mhm.
And we actually have another one.
We're not showing this in this video.
Not showing it.
But it's called the Shortest Yard,
The Shortest Yard. Haha.
and it's super small map, super crazy action. We were just playing it before this broadcast. We had to play test around 2, and it's super fun, super fast, just kind of crazy. It's metal.
We have our friends from Kongshong here today. The
Mhm.
the CFO and the CEO.
Right over there.
Yeah.
Playing the game today, and that was one of the things that they're playing, which I think Jay called the death hallway, which
Giz-
was just a pile of
Yeah,
pile of
the
people
death
in the
hallway.
middle.
Gizmo Son wants to know if it's an ode to Quake 3.
Only the name. The style is totally different. It doesn't have any jump
Okay,
pads
just-
or
I love that.
Um,
I love that meme head.
yeah, it's
awesome.
funny. It doesn't have any jump pads or it's not in outer space, so it's only the name is a reference to the Longest Yard.
And we also have Limecat in there as well. That's not the only meme. We've already told you about that, and I believe you'll see that. We can show that to you when we do our walkthrough of the new system very
Yep.
quickly. So in terms of the maps, and I've got, excuse me while I look at my list here, we have a bunch of maps that you're going to see for open beta when it comes out. This is one of them. What maps can we expect to see on day 1, September 27th?
On day 1, we're going to see Turbine, Ghetto Blaster, Disasteroids, a reworked version of Disasteroids that you'll see after a couple rounds in Pain House here. A much smaller version of Disasteroids, better flow, etc. Dry Run, of course, and then Shortest Yard and Pain House. Those will be the 6 maps for open beta.
Turbine is better known as Hydroponic in the game.
Oh yeah, did I misquote that?
No, it's listed that way
No,
because
I-
we still refer to it as that. Sometimes it's the
Yeah.
old name, but yeah. So
Yeah,
yes, so it's one of the
Hydroponic.
ones you've seen before. It's not a new one, but it's all of these have been worked over and updated and cleaned up
Optimized,
and cool
lit.
effects added and all of the fun
Yeah.
stuff that we do during our polish phase.
Yep.
One of the things that we've seen quite often come up when throughout the closed beta is people wanting to go ahead and start spending credits now to buy things now. Is our open beta going to allow people to spend real money in addition to using their in-game currency? And if they can, how is it going to work?
Absolutely, we'll be able to spend money from day 1, and it'll work if you want to buy credits. You'll click on the credits in the presence bar, which is along the bottom of your screen, and that'll take you through a whole process. It's pretty simple.
Tiamat, you don't have to worry about getting Windows installed because this game runs in a browser, so it'll run on a Mac, a PC, anything that has a browser, be it IE, Chrome, Safari.
Yeah, it's going to be the first console quality or AAA quality first-person shooter in a browser.
Yep.
So yeah, anywhere you're at, any browser you're using should work.
And yes, it is. We've tested it on all of them, and we can do it. Oh, Dublin Johnny just wants to remind everyone that he is our local channel troll, and he's there to piss us off during the stream. And
He hasn't done that so far, so I'm
no.
looking forward to that.
Well, you know,
I'm waiting for the first Dunham
Oh,
bash.
he had one up there already. It's okay. I think some of our odes to some of our more colorful fans in the game that will be discovered later on will
we hit some
We'll be good.
nuggets. We hit some nuggets for these
yeah,
guys. So
it's worth
Yep.
looking. worth looking for. You mentioned the credits, and that's also part of the pack that we're giving out as part of the closed beta, the master beta collection
Yes.
that we're giving out, and that's 35 that we're giving out. Roughly, how many items would you be able to get with that? Let's say starting with the base weapons like the Arbiter and whatnot.
That'll buy you a top of the line weapon permanently.
yeah, it's really cool. It's
Oh,
a really
yeah.
cool bonus.
So for being a closed beta tester, you get access to that collection. That's automatic weapon you can just go in and buy with in-game real hard currency credits. If you want to be a part of the closed beta before we go open beta next week, go to offensivecombat.com or euphoriagames.com. Put your email address in the lower right-hand corner. It's a little box that says beta sign up. Put it in out. You definitely want to play before then, because if you don't, you won't have access to those other items. And unlike a lot of other folks, we are not going to resell these items that we're giving out at a future date. They're yours forever and permanently only for you. Unless
That's
we're
right.
really hard up for money. And
Well,
then we'll probably sell them.
and they're also going to.
And then we're gonna
yeah,
lie to
exactly.
you.
Yeah, then later when we lie to you. No, I mean it's it'll be a second weapon for them actually, because one of the weapons well, at least two. They'll get 2 weapons from the start. That
New players get 2 weapons by default.
so this will be a great advantage for our closed beta players, that they'll be able to, even earlier than the official open, be able to start leveling and start modifying their weapons for when the onslaught of people comes in for open beta.
Are we going to reset the accounts again? Just so they're clear. I know we know the answer, but just so they're clear. Are we going to reset the accounts once we add the open beta content to the closed beta between then and the 27th?
We shouldn't be. I mean, I can't say for absolute sure, but the answer today is no. We should be able to keep that intact. All the systems are in place. You never know, there might be some sort of crazy bug we find during the closed beta, but that's not our intention. We actually want to continue any progress that you guys have made during that time frame and actually have that carry over to the open beta.
And since we're getting shout-outs in the chat room, shout-outs back to our friends at CSN and Urgent Fury, both of them saying hi. Thanks, guys. Both great places for tournaments and competitive gaming. Check those out. We also have some new characters that are going to be in the game for the open beta. Quite a few. A lot more than I think people were probably expecting that we would add on top of what they've already seen. Who are some of the characters they can expect to see?
We have an urban guy. He's the hip hopper. We have a steampunk character. We have Captain Derp.
Who's a
He's
Interesting.
sci-fi guy.
Sci-fi guy.
Yeah.
He's the captain of a
He's
spaceship.
He's a portly fellow with
Yeah.
a yellow shirt.
He's
It's not me.
What?
Just to let you know, it's not me.
He's boldly let himself go,
There you go.
as some might say.
Uh-huh.
We have a futuristic soldier called the Master Commander.
Right. Who's sort of chief of everyone he's in he oversees.
Yeah, he's kind of their master, you might say.
Right.
And we have the Lime Cat head that we've talked about, and we also have a bunch of new T-shirts.
Yes.
That
Including this one. This one that we've been giving out recently, the Just Ponit shirt.
It's
that's
been
orange.
digitized.
It
Oh,
has.
yeah,
This is
and-
in the game.
Oh wow! Here we go.
Oh.
Superman.
two weeks in a row.
Is that a different
Right.
shirt than last week? Yes,
I hope
it is.
you've watched it.
Of course.
Okay.
Well, he
just
was
making
wearing
sure.
that shirt that we're giving away last
So,
week.
and then there's the
Christened with Michael's sweat.
the cockshot here. Look, yeah,
Yes.
the cockshot T-shirt.
Both
Yep.
of those are in
Both.
the game. And and we actually tweeted a shot of the Just Ponit shirt a couple days ago, and Michael on Friday put one in the forums of a character wearing that in-game shirt. If you guys watching this broadcast want this shirt, within the next let's call it 120 seconds, 2 minutes, you tell us that you want this shirt. Give us a good reason why. Make it entertaining and interesting. And Chris to my right here,
Yeah, we love deciding what's
pick a winner.
intriguing and interesting. Yeah, make it interesting.
That's right.
And then there's some other shirts. We don't have to talk about all the specific shirts. We'd love for those guys to actually look into them. But we do have some other shirts that we'd like people to look at too. Breast Cancer Awareness Month coming up, and so we've got some shirts from our friends at Boobies Rule
That's right.
and a breast cancer awareness shirt.
Save
we
the
al-
girls and
we also have some
Rodeo.
funny ones. And we have an Angry Nerds shirt, so see what that looks like. And then a couple others that I think will surprise you.
Yeah, which you're going to see actually when we go through
Oh,
the,
great. Well, we'll get to show them.
the weapons a little bit later. And here you see Euphoria Madman wants us to keep up our work as number one fan, meaning any one of these guys who could be talking could be Can of Banana, Double Johnny.
Nice.
I think he's talking about Can of Banana, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's possible.
Possible.
I don't know.
In the running.
Yeah. So we also have new melee weapons.
We have the hand solo.
The hand solo,
We have Crunkzilla.
which is a golden pimp goblet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have
Encrusted pimp cup.
yeah, diamonds.
Using crusted and pimp in the
Encrusted.
same phrase. Okay, just
Encrusted.
making
Encrusted.
sure.
Not crusty.
Yeah, that'd be a little awkward.
Yeah,
and
gross.
we have a boxing glove
do.
called affectionately called Punchy.
Yeah,
that's
Chris isn't here to say perch.
I know.
Here's
He
what
loves
he does.
that.
He runs around the office perching everybody.
He
Yeah.
loves that art. He's been on the show a few times.
Well, he
and-
has
as a
blow up.
player.
He has a blow up punch doll, as it were.
No,
Punchy
punch
glove.
doll.
Yeah, it's a glove. It's
That's a totally different.
It's an air glove.
That's a
Yeah, you're
totally
right.
different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Wait.
punch doll.
Maybe that's a
Wow.
market that hasn't been
He-
exposed yet.
Well, not in Japan.
Indeed,
Sure, it's in
indeed,
Japan somewhere.
Indeed.
With realistic smiling. So we do you have anybody here that you want to give the anybody you want to give the shirt to?
Oh, let's see. Who's do we have any interesting? I want the shirt because I'd stand out from the crowd. Well,
Why'd I?
here's the thing. This is not an in-game shirt.
Yeah,
This
This
is
is
a real
actually
one.
a real one. So I want to see some really good reasons why you want the real shirt. Because after the show, Donham will grab your information and
That's
actually
right.
send you
Only
a real
your
t-shirt.
information. Just
So,
to be clear about
so tell us why you want the real shirt.
Right.
We love that you want the in-game shirt too, and actually you do get a bunch of coin currency, and you'll get those credits, and you'll be able to get that shirt day one if you want to,
Yeah,
and
that's
if you're
right.
in the closed beta. So that's cool.
We'll also be getting two new weapons that are in the pistol variety, or at
Yes.
least one pistol and one
assault
assault
rifle.
rifle. Hit us up. What are those?
It's the Beagle, which is Zero's weapon of choice when Zero visited us.
Oh, there it is.
Look
What?
at that.
That's perfect timing.
You like
Come
that?
on now.
Nice
How did
work.
that happen?
Segue.
Yeah,
How did
But I
that
won't
happen?
fall off a cliff.
yeah. So there is the Beagle. With
And that
the-
is, it looks like the zero tolerance skin on that too.
yeah, it is the zero tolerance skin.
And so we named that after our friend Zero, who won the QuakeCon tournament.
And Zero is in the chat room today, so you ask Zero, you shall receive. There it is. We hope you like it. That is the weapon that you earned by for winning our QuakeCon tournament. Not this one. We already made this one.
And, yeah,
That's a new.
that's a new skin
Yes.
for the PMD.
It actually says zero tolerance on the right there, right by the
What?
site there at the top there. You
Yeah.
can barely see it, but it actually is in cursive. It says zero tolerance.
Yeah.
There you go. We work fast around
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you know.
Very-
And
shout out to Ryan for putting
Yeah,
that together
Ryan.
so fast.
the other gun is the K36 assault rifle, our version of the G36 assault rifle.
The
So it's-
G36C, if you wanted to get the super technical guys out
If
there.
you wanted to, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's the perfect sort of halfway house between an assault rifle and an SMG. It's
Yeah.
great. It's a great weapon.
It's one of the favorites now.
We also have a bunch of new skins for existing weapons, which we're also going to show you when we go through the weapons earlier. But there are a couple things that we've altered or moved around for people who might have played a lot of the closed beta. Can you talk about what was removed, if anything? And there was something. There's spoilers.
Yeah, only a few things have been removed.
Shitta Brick is gone. We've talked about that a bunch of times.
Shitterbrick, yeah, that's been gone for ages. The biggest change is that disinformation will be withheld from release at open beta, and we're gonna release that later on with some changes. So,
Similar to what we did with Disasteroids, we're giving it a bit of a brush up, but not as drastic.
layout will remain the same, just more visuals.
Yeah, we're just going to take some time to fix that up. And what we've done in replacement is added those two new maps we mentioned before,
Exactly.
Pain House and the Shortest Yard.
Mm-hmm.
And when disinformation comes back out, it'll most likely be joined with another map as
That's
well.
right.
So.
A really cool one we've been working on for a
Yeah.
while, so we're excited about that.
That's what she said sign is going away for just a little bit. It's going on vacation to France. And the military smoke grenade is joining the sign on vacation. So those things will be gone for just a little bit. And then weapon perks
Yes.
are gone.
All completely gone, but it's not what you guys think.
Not
Well,
at all.
Kind of.
But wait,
But not
there's
really.
more. Yeah.
Wait.
Well,
there is more.
and that'll lead you into your weapon thing at some point. But I think that it's important to say that all the base weapons that you played with before that had all the skins, that system's been completely changed, and that's why we're talking about this.
Yeah.
And we're going to walk you through it. But it's going to be really cool
Yes,
what
you'll-
how powerful the tool is now to be able to build the gun that you want versus
It's a lot more
the gun we
versatile.
thought you would
Yeah.
want.
It's more versatile. I think it gives people a lot more options, and I think they'll enjoy it. So, Chris, you still
We
got
gotta
to
give
pick
it
a
away.
winner. Who gets the shirt? Let's see. What are some stuff we have here? We have Brody Tartaglia says, "I want the shirt because I have an awesome name." I also used to work with a guy named Tartaglia at my old
Interesting.
job. I
Let's,
wonder if it's the same
let's
person.
scroll up and
Is
see,
that,
see
is
what
that
else.
Mike Birbiglia? Oh, no.
No.
There is a suppressed deagle, isn't there? I don't know. Somebody's asking about a suppressed deagle.
Yeah, I had the silencer
Oh,
on
did
it.
you have it on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's suppressed.
Dublin Johnny wants a shirt because EA stole his YouTube money, and he had to give hand jobs to hobos to buy new clothes.
Dublin Johnny wins, but he already has a shirt, right? Didn't we already send Dublin Johnny a shirt?
No, we didn't send him a shirt.
Then that
We
Okay.
should, because then
So
we'll
that's
know. Then we'll
clearly-
know his address.
that's
So there
clearly
you go. Congratulations. Who says that prostitution doesn't pay?
Yep.
Because you gave hand jobs out to random strangers to pay for your YouTube video thefts.
If that's
Here's
really
shirt
what
for you.
you did.
You'll be receiving this T-shirt and a restraining order.
That's right. Do me a favor and send your personal information you want that mailed to the via private message here on the stream to Offensive Combat. I'll check it out. I'll send it to you when the show's over. We've sent out all our other shirts. Don't know if everyone's gotten them or not yet, but they've been sent. We'll also have a Cockshot shirt we're giving out later in the show.
Yep.
Michael's wearing it now. We might as well give it out now.
Sure, why not?
Why not? Here it is. Here's this shirt, Cockshot. It's we're not choking a chicken, we're punching it potentially
Perch.
in the near future. So if you want this shirt, let us know. Tell us why, and Michael will pick the winner of that one since he was wearing that shirt.
That's right.
I just saw the views of these men are not,
No,
not
that's-
those of the company.
no, not at all. Although, as CCO of the company, how close? Yeah, pretty close.
Yep.
This is a new skin right here.
Yeah. Razor cut.
Mm-hmm.
I dig it.
Which we may or may not rename.
There's one of
For
the.
next
there-
week,
It's
right?
up to you.
Oh, we
Yeah,
just
I might rename
we
it.
just
Oh, there's a new.
we
there's
saw a
new
couple
phone.
of new pones there. Saw an interrupted version of
Oh,
the
Yeah.
psyched and the
And the windmill.
is it the windmill? Cool.
Oh, I don't know. I think Wasapi might have actually won already. I want the shirt because I want Michael's sweaty juiceness upon my body.
Wow.
Okay, well,
So-
we're gonna wait on
Spoken
that.
like a sexy man, Wasapi.
I don't know if that's flattering or
Yeah,
really,
I'm
really
a little
disturbing.
freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm not freaked out.
But again,
This is your this is your crowd. So
these are my fans. Right?
Yeah.
your people.
If he wins, we know where we send the restraining order.
That's right. The other,
Just
the other
like
one.
Double and Johnny.
Flixer has a very valid question. Since the gunfire between the guns sounds very similar if they aren't the same assets, are there going to be more sounds in the open beta?
Yes, there's quite a few. Quite a lot of the stuff was updated.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
You are hearing some familiar stuff just simply because we didn't change some of the things and
Mhm.
the weapons are actually the same. But if you see new weapons, you see new items, things like that. You can hear new music for the pones. There's
New weapon effects.
there's new music in our main menu, and there's just lots of different sounds and
We have
things
an
that have been
intro
added.
movie.
There's an intro movie.
Yeah,
Sure.
the whole thing.
Get people excited to get them revved up to start playing.
Wait,
all kinds of fun
welcome
stuff.
screens.
Yep.
I just mentioned
Help
that.
text.
Okay.
Whoever that was that you just killed in the video had the punchy melee. Yeah, he was trying to
Probably-
punch you.
Probably Vanderleest. He was using it. I think
That's
recording all
that's his
day.
favorite.
It's the only
favorite
guy I ever
weapon
see run
ever.
around with a punching bag or the,
I'm
with,
gonna
the,
die
with the glove.
here. Yeah.
And,
well-
and yes, peanut butter jelly time.
Yes,
I
peanut
think
butter jelly
Wasapi gets this.
Wasapi?
Yeah, he
Okay,
just
Wasapi.
right out of the bat.
Or look at that. We were going to give it out later, but now it's a given out
Wasapi,
now.
because of your very disturbing comment about Michael Sweat, you get this Offensive Combat Cockshot shirt. Send Offensive Combat a private message here on the stream with your personal details. Not too personal. I already know where you're going with this. But send it to us, and we will make sure that you get the shirt as soon as possible. We'll send them out tomorrow. Only your address and name, please. Nothing else. If you do, send it to Michael. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so next up, we have any questions from the crowd? Do you want to answer that's come up while we were just rambling
it's,
on
it's
and on
all
and on?
they're all just checking out all the new content. You can see people recognizing one of the pones, and we call it the psyched, the PSYKD. And yeah,
Just changed this morning.
it just got you.
I wonder if anyone else is noticing something new about the weapons. Anyone? Anyone notice anything new?
go ahead and tell them.
noticed since I actually
Yeah.
put them on.
well, besides the new effects,
Okay.
Our weapons now have recoil.
They do have recoil.
It's not a lot. It's not super difficult, but it's there.
Yep.
It adds a little bit of a challenge. As you might have seen, I'm the one who was actually recording that video this morning. So my shitty aiming.
Yep.
Way to go
that
for
was-
shitty aiming.
It just
Yeah.
depends on the gun, and we did want to add a level of skill, a little bit more level of skill to the weapons without really messing up what we think is a really fun experience. So
And it also the recoil also helps to give the weapons a little more substantial feel. Like you really feel like you're shooting something.
not only that
That's-
it's a weapon, right? Not only that it's like a real weapon, but also feedback of when I'm missing,
Mhm.
right? So one of the comments that came back a lot during the closed beta was specifically like, "Hey, I don't know why I'm not hitting the enemy, or why didn't I get that kill," and things like that. And so we had Bloom, and Bloom was very heavy, and the bullets would spray around, and maybe you'd hit him, maybe you wouldn't. And if you just hit the trigger a couple times, it wouldn't bloom as much. But if you held the button down, it would bloom all over the place. And so a lot of that's been replaced with a little bit of recoil, where you actually see the gun actually move up, and so you kind of visually get that feedback.
Yep.
That, hey, I'm a real gun. I have a real kickback. I have, in a very sort of not heavy-handed way. I would say.
Yeah, we didn't go full Counter-Strike on the
No,
recoil
no,
system.
no.
So
No,
Can't
it's,
have been-
it's not even close.
Can't have
although
banana-
we could if we wanted to. So
We could, yeah. I mean, if we get feedback, like,
So, yeah,
if we
let
get
us know.
feedback that they want more recoil, which I don't think they will, but But if we do, then we can always turn those things up.
Recoil mode.
Yeah.
Can-
Yep.
Hardcore
Canada Banana
mode.
wants to know if the wish list and gift options are going to be available in open beta, or is that not going in, or what's just going on with that?
That stuff will be in later after open beta.
Enoch the Cat the Emperor.
We're gonna call
Is
him
there-
Emperor.
Yeah, let's call it Emperor. Is there anything different in the beta from what was streamed on Destructoid? A ton. You're seeing it now. None of the stuff that you're watching now on the screen was actually in the Destructoid stream. This is a brand new Destructoids map. You're seeing new weapons, new pawns. We have all sorts of new characters, skins, and we have a reworked weapon system.
Almost everything is different.
Pretty
I mean,
much,
there's
yeah.
some base weapons and some base characters that are represented that are the same, but other than that, it's pretty much all brand new.
So
Well,
guess
that's
what? That's the end of the
perfect.
video there. So let's move to our live shot. There's the news feed. Ignore the fact that it's blank. There you actually see real quick. The video's looping if you're curious. You see very quickly that OG shirt. That is the in-game shirt that you'll get for the Master Beta collection for being a closed
Very
beta
cool.
player. If you want to be a closed beta player, which you want to be, this is the last week before we go open beta next week, because that's the only way that you're going to get that shirt, 35 credits, and a special melee weapon that looks like a fly swatter. We've dubbed the Insectocutioner. Then go to offensivecombat.com, put your email address in the box that says beta sign up, and within 24 hours of your submission, you will get a beta key, you will get in. And again, unlike a lot of other special promotions, we're not going to take that shirt or that melee item and sell it again or give it away as something else that's exclusively for closed beta testers forever. So, though, as I mentioned earlier, if we're really hard up for cash, we might sell it. But that's
No,
like,
no.
no. We're good? Okay, so you're
No.
good. We're never going to get rid of it again.
He's teasing.
Johnny has some ideas for what to do when you're hard up with cash.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
true.
he got a free shirt
He won a
already.
shirt out of it.
Yeah.
That's true. So let's switch over to the live feed now, and that means I just need to turn this little guy off. And there it is.
Look at that.
Here's the mouse for you, Michael.
There it
Let
is.
me,
Awesome.
let me move this out of the
You
way.
want to switch spots with him, or are you gonna just give him the mouse?
I think I'm
he should,
good.
he should be
Okay.
fine with the mouse. So this is the brand new system. So far, it looks like the old system.
Yep.
So, but he's wearing some new content. Michael, we have the weapons. Tell us a little bit about it. How were they? First of all, why did we make the change?
Well, the change. Well, we wanted more depth with the weapons, and people love to customize their weapons. And in this game, in the weapon mod system, you can customize your barrel, your magazine, your stock, and your sights. And a lot of those, or most of those, affect the stats of your gun. So it not only does it change the look of the gun, but it also changes the behavior. So it gives you a lot more power in terms of taking the guns and customizing them to your particular play style.
Yeah, and,
I'll-
the
I'll-
skins, and the skins.
Oh, and of course the skins. Let me not forget that. Now you get you buy the base weapon. It comes with a default skin, and then there's other skins that you can buy for it. All your weapon leveling, all your weapon progress on that gun remains on that gun, no matter if you switch out sights or stocks or skins. Like it's that gun.
Can I throw in a quick thing? So
Yeah.
this is a really cool thing, and Michael and I discussed this for a long time, but we really wanted people to try guns through rental and then
Yes.
purchase guns to actually develop that gun for them, for themselves. And so not only did we give a couple weapons that you could start doing that immediately, but this is part of why we're giving you currency at the beginning of the game and things like that, is that we want you to make that purchase with in-game coin or with real currency to actually get that going. And so the rentals don't progress like they did before, right? Actually, just the permanents progress now, and
Yeah.
so that's a really cool thing too, which means you can just try it out for a short period of time and spend a little bit of coin and not worry about real currency or in-game currency. And then when you make the purchase, it's a very reasonable price. One of the complaints from people was, oh man, the base weapons cost too much, in-game currency, and so we fixed that.
Yeah,
so
we totally fixed that. It's incredibly affordable now.
Mhm.
So
Can
Yep.
you show us? Can
yeah.
you show us a new weapon system? And while you're doing that, what is what's the primary difference between the old weapon system and the new weapon system?
primary difference. Well,
Yeah.
the
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Actually, not this weapon. Let me show him that. I was playing with the G36, and it's a new weapon. So you can see now.
K36.
Sorry,
K36.
I can't.
No relation
no,
whatsoever.
not at all.
Well, in this case, you've purchased it permanently with some coin. Let's
Correct.
call it 3,000 coin for
Here,
the sake of argument.
Yeah,
Right?
and so I can customize my skins, the sights, the stocks, the barrels, and the magazines. So if I want to go to the default skin, click on this.
And it won't work.
It won't work. All
But
right.
then you can go to the not default skin. No.
Yeah.
It's possible it might have could have timed out because we were just laying on the screen so long. Maybe just a quick refresh.
Yeah, sure.
That might be it. All we need.
Let me just
Coming
try.
back.
Sorry, guys.
That's why.
Oh, is it down?
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is killing me.
No, just go back and log in.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
right.
Pay no attention
Should
to the
be fine.
keystrokes.
Yeah, just sign in. It should work. Do not. Oh,
So Chriskin B says those little buffs above gift wish list don't look good. What are those? So to ease of I know Chriskin's total fear that it's a pay to win game. It's not pay to win.
sure.
We do that. We address this every single cast, and we want to let you know it is not pay to win. Can you talk a little bit about what those items are that are above the gift and wish list, and how that works, and how we're not pay to win?
Those are the tuning slots for the weapon. Each weapon comes with 7 of those. You get 1 when you buy the weapon permanently. You get 3 for free just by leveling the weapon up. So level 2, level 3, and level 4 for the weapon. You get tuning slots. The other 3 you can purchase with cash or coin.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's the key, right? And so
Mhm.
the easy answer for Chris can be is that we built this game from the get-go with everything using real in-game currency, right? In-game coin and real currency both. And so for people that want to just play and earn coin and play that way, they can basically get everything in the game. And
Yep.
people that don't have the time to play that much to get all that stuff can actually purchase it. The cooler thing is we balance the game in such a way where it actually doesn't. Is it too loud?
No, it's we know we're fixing.
Okay.
There we go.
The when the game reset,
Yeah.
the pull from X
Oh,
Lit
nice.
didn't grab it, so we have to go to our streaming card.
Got it. There we go. And
All
there
right,
it
let's-
is.
Let's hope
Yeah.
this works now.
Is it still up?
Hey,
Change-
look at that.
Change the window.
What's that?
There you go.
There we go.
Are we good?
We
Yep,
should be
we're
good.
We're
All
good.
right.
So anyway, so everything in the what?
We're not good.
What?
Hold on.
What's
Don't do anything.
Awesome.
Right there. Hold on. Technical difficulties. We had a switch, and we have to make sure this is correct there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
We're just gonna stay silent, like
Yeah.
we're not
Like
actually
nothing's
doing it.
happening. We're not really doing anything.
Yeah. So I mean, while we're figuring this out, it looks like the right thing on the screen, but I'm
It
not
does.
sure.
This should have it fixed.
Everything in the game is purchasable with in-game currency or with credit. So that's the cool thing about the game is that it's just balanced that way from the get-go.
Hold on a
It
second.
wasn't added later.
Let me
There's-
know. I'll be right back. I'm going to go check something. Go ahead and keep talking.
All right.
Just go full screen. You're good.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. Oh, just shut that window down for now, or minimize it. Live
All right.
showing of the game. Here we go.
It's like Tootsie.
There we go.
All right, here we are.
Go for it. I
am
see it
back
rotating on the screen.
the K36.
Not sure why that thing keeps popping up.
You
but
can rotate it, scroll in and out. You can change out your magazines. I didn't buy any barrels for this. You can change out your stocks. You can go without a stock.
no, Dunham's back.
So it's not still working.
Just take whatever that is away. Yep, thank you. There we go. We're live.
Yeah,
Live, yeah.
Totally
For some
live.
reason, XSplit didn't want to get rid of that Chrome picture. So go ahead, keep going.
All right, so I changed out the stock. I'll go to the default sights. This is pretty much the default gun right here. It's a K36 without a stock. It's pretty cool.
So right now you have a couple of things that you got right out of the bat, right? So you had a spin already.
Yes,
that
this
that
is
you've
not the
already that
default.
you've already used, right? And you also got an iron sight, and you got a grunt clip, right? So
Yep.
you got some stuff right off the bat as default.
Yes.
And so as you cycle on the gun and you actually click on the different parts, you can actually see what you have. And so that's a skin that you purchased. And again, that can be purchased with coin or with credit currency. Hello, everybody. Hello again.
That's
And
pretty
so
cool.
you,
looking
there's a
gun.
cool, so brand new clip. And not only is it just a clip, Michael, but highlight the stat
These guys.
on some of this stuff. You
So
actually see the stats actually increasing on the gun over time.
So these are the tuning slots I was just talking about. And let's say I just bought the gun. I got a weapon stat, and I rolled it, and I got plus 9% reload speed. Well, you can re-roll that and be like, I didn't like that. You can re-roll it, and it spins, and now you're gonna get something else.
Nice.
So
I'm a big fan of aim speed.
fast ADS.
Yep.
So I'll take that. And if you want to, if you've got some coin or cash to spend, you can unlock it. And now I've got a roll or a spin. Excuse me.
And there you go again.
And
So these are all. These aren't all, replacing each other. These are all additive. So each time you get one of these spins, you get a new item. Basically, what was that? Plus 11% to
reload speed.
reload speed.
And
That's awesome.
And they don't stack. And we've tuned the spins for each weapon, so we didn't give them stats that would be overpowered if we buffed them anymore. So each set of categories is unique to the weapon.
Should reload us for some reason.
Just seeing if it fixes over here.
Yeah, don't hit play
No, don't do that.
because we're in the weapon stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I know. So if you're curious what happened when the game was changed earlier, when it was refreshed, XSplit didn't recognize it anymore.
Oh,
So
nice.
we're pulling
Alright,
it from our
cool.
stream. We're pulling it from the streaming card rather than directly from the game because XSplit doesn't see it without us stopping and restarting.
Nice.
You don't want us to stop and restart.
Another thing to learn.
Yep.
There's a bunch of stocks there.
Yeah,
Talk
look-
to us about that.
There's a lot of these. We have a lot of mods. We have different skins you can check out.
Hey, Michael, slow down over the when you mouse over each one of these items.
Sorry.
Right, so like on the reflex there and some other
Yep.
things, you can actually see these aren't
You can
just
see the stats.
visual. They actually do. So if he purchased this right now, it would actually add those elements to his weapon, and you'd actually see
Automatically
those
equips it.
actually. Yep. And so now he has a a red dot.
That's a reflex.
Reflex. Yeah, nice. So
Yeah.
that's my favorite.
And if you want to see what stocks look like, you can just preview them, just
Well,
like your
and
character.
what do they stocks do, for example?
Most of them decrease the recoil in the
Okay,
game,
cool.
and depending on the amount of recoil that they decrease, some of them they have a negative influence to balance the weapon. This one in particular takes your equip speed and makes it longer, so it's a trade-off. You
That's
get
very
less
cool.
recoil, but you can't equip the gun as fast.
We got some questions coming
Yeah.
up, so let's see if we can. I'm going to highlight this.
Sure.
As
Don't-
dangerous as that is.
It should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So we got a couple of questions. One is, so snipers won't become totally OP
Sorry.
with increased ADS. You have an answer for that?
That is correct. All the amounts are noticeable, but they're not overpowered.
Well, the other thing is that each weapon has a series or a collection of
specific
things
set.
that they can actually be improved. Some guns don't have damage upgrades, but some do.
Yeah, we went through all the weapons and we looked at each base weapon. We looked at what they were really good at and what they were really bad at. And what we tried to do is take the things that they were really bad at and bring them up.
That's right.
We didn't try to highlight the things that they were good at because they were already good at that. So
Yeah. And so you really get to create the coolest thing that I think about this new system is A, tons of creativity, but B, I actually can create a gun that actually suits my play style versus just having to accept whatever the gun is and sort of adopting a gun that we created before. So the base weapons are like that. You get to start where you were before in terms of like the base weapons do X, but then all of a sudden I can actually change it. If I like a particular scope, I don't have to pick a gun that I just don't prefer because it has that cool scope on it. Now I can just put it on one of my guns.
Ice Weird, who won a shirt last week or 2 weeks ago, has a good question. Wants to know if you rolled plus ADS. You scrolled away.
I saw it. Does that mean it's always going to be ADS?
Yes.
No, each roll is random. So if you rolled an ADS, you have a chance to get something else that's not already taken. So if I re-rolled this, I know for sure it's not going to be focus or reload, but it'll be something else.
Well, and you can see the checkboxes, you can't stack, right?
Yeah.
So once you've gotten something, you can't re-roll on that stat. And so actually that's a really cool...
That's a great roll.
That was a really nice roll.
Yeah.
And so you just can keep re-rolling as you buy re-rolls. We also... The cool thing is that you can all... we're talking about doing those as drops in the game and things like that. And so you'll be collecting these things to make your gun better and better and better over time through regular play. And so we really wanted to balance that out.
Ice Weird wants to know, in the same situation, could it be ADS again?
Yes, it could be ADS again, as long as it wasn't one of the ones that was selected before. And it could be better or it could be worse. I mean, that's the cool thing about the random spin is that it's not likely that it will be the same thing, but it is possible.
Yeah, you're allowed one of each bonus. You couldn't conceivably roll 7
well, you can
ADS
see it.
bonuses.
He's got 1 ammo, 1 focus, and 1 reload.
Mhm.
And if he actually goes in and buys this with, the next set of coin, oh, I don't have enough coin. If I buy that next one, you can see the 3 that he already has are actually out. So the 4 that are left, those are now available. And that could be anything. The cooler thing is that each time I get one of these, if I have extra spins that I've acquired through gameplay, that's an equip and I just want to do it again, I can just keep spinning my extra spins until I get something that I really like. And so that's a really cool one. I'll take that. 13% is really cool.
So Dublin Johnny says, hey, we should show more gameplay for the new people. Dynamite point.
Sure. Good point.
Let me borrow this mouse so I can activate it. One word, like I said earlier, it's going to take a second.
I want to do a little. Hold on before
Wait
you
a
jump
second,
over.
before we do that.
I want to use something for the next show that we're
Okay.
going to do. You see this fancy highlighted tree here? Well, Michael, while he was playing, earned some skill points, and we're not going to show this really deeply, but when you do click on this, you can actually see the skill tree. I'm going to scroll through them, but you can see each character part actually has different effects on them that you can buy with these skill points, and we'll talk about that next week, but I wanted to show that because this is the second big system that actually really affects that sort of class of your character and how the player plays.
And that's also it has some tie into our old perk system that we had. There are a couple of things that you might remember from then, but also a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
Perch.
A lot of the some of the perks from the weapon perk system that didn't overlap the weapon stats made it into character perks. Other ones that did overlap just went away.
Let me borrow this.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Start the gameplay here.
Michael's favorite. I thought I'd play that for you.
Thank you. Anything fart related is it's a bonus in my
So
book.
next week we'll talk about skill tree.
The personal hobby of his. So we're actually getting closer on the show, so we'll use this opportunity to answer any outstanding questions you have and just show some gameplay off so you can take a look at the game. The game is Offensive Combat. It's currently in closed beta. We are going open beta next week on the 27th. If you want to get in the closed beta now, which you do, because that's the only way you'll get access to our Master Beta Collection, which is a special reward we're giving to our closed beta players. That includes 35 in-game credits, the Insecticutioner melee weapon, which is a fly swatter, and the OCOG t-shirt for in-game. And by getting that, you will be the only ones to ever get that stuff. We're never giving it away again. We're never going to offer it again. It's specifically for closed beta testers. This is open beta content you're seeing now, which we'll have next week. We are going to be unleashing this on the closed beta test servers soon, sometime before the beginning of next week, so you guys can give it a couple of run-throughs before we unleash it to everyone else.
If you're really, really lucky, it's going to happen very soon.
Yeah.
And we're going to just kind of surprise you guys by it in the closed beta. We'll see. We're on the show right now, so I don't actually know how things are going. But after the show, we'll check it out. But it should happen. Well, it's definitely going to happen before the end of the week. But we'll let people know as soon as it goes live.
And if you want to know as soon as it goes live, follow us on Twitter. You see it there on your screens at Euphoria Games, or also on Facebook.com/Offensive Combat. I wonder if they know Master Beta sounds like Master Beta. Yes, that is exactly why I called it the Master Beta Collection. I mean, no, totally. Coincidence.
What?
Nothing.
Is that what it meant? That's
No.
disgusting.
Sorry.
Wow. How did that pass?
It is offensive combat, right? I mean,
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
It's in the title. Offensive
just
Combat. But yes, is there a minimum and a maximum for these rolls from Canna Banana?
Absolutely. There, the maximum is something that's not overpowered. The minimum is something that you would actually feel in the weapon. Like, I wouldn't want to purchase a stat spin that didn't feel like it was any different.
well, but there is a cap, right?
There's a cap,
so we should.
otherwise it'd be
It's
overpowered.
not that one isn't necessarily higher. You could have gotten the highest during that roll, and that's somebody else asked about min-max sheets and things like that. that's for you guys to check out. I mean, we know exactly what you can get on all those things, but we want people to actually explore and find what the best path is, depending on the play style that you have.
Are you going to tell us what the caps are, though?
That was a no.
No. No,
There
we're
you
not.
go. No. And the reason is because why?
Well, the
Surprises.
honest reason is that the caps may change based on balancing. And so that's an important thing for us to obscure. The other thing is that we want people to explore what those things are. I mean, to give all the information you'd lose all of the sort of the feel that things were happening on a more random basis, which they are. But I mean, sure, they will surely find the min-max paths.
Yes, they will.
That is
and
one of the
someone
things.
will produce a spreadsheet.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
I
take this-
guarantee you that.
I'm going to take this opportunity to give out a shirt. I'm just going to give it to Kriskin B, who's had a lot of really good questions during the stream. Kriskin, if you want to get your shirt, all you have to do is PM Offensive Combat up there. You've been very active with very good questions. Some of them not so easy, which we appreciate. Send me your
No
name
problem.
and the address you want to send it to, and this will be sent to you. What are you
I kinda-
giggling at?
There's
I
some
just
stuff
want
on there
to
that's just
hang
random.
out with the chat crew and drink. That's kind of what I want to do right now. I just want to have
That's
I want
awesome.
to have beers with everyone in the chat
So
room.
one of the things we've been discussing, this is not official at all, right? One of the things we've been discussing is maybe setting up an event sometime in the near future where we just invite local
I
fans
would
out.
love.
and
Yeah.
Eat food with them and
meet
drink
at a
and stuff.
bar, drink, talk about the game, talk about whatever.
Yeah. So if that's something you guys want to
yeah.
see, let us know through Twitter, Facebook, the forums. And skip that one. You don't
It
want to
would be
mention
like
that,
a-
whatever that.
It would be
Let me just.
Make a face and move on that
Wow.
reaction.
the,
Wow. Let's
the-
get some more
the
questions.
VR.
We got some
You're not
time.
going
We
to talk
got
about the VR?
the what?
The VR?
No. Did you see my look? See this? It's crazy.
Hey, look, we just got where the MTV interview is up online if anyone's interested. Chris, can you
Nice.
talk about the MTV interview?
Nope.
Fine.
I didn't do it. Did I do it?
Was it me?
Yeah, who was it? It was you or him?
This is
Oh,
how,
it was me.
By the
Yeah.
way, this is the state of affairs here.
Yeah.
We
So busy.
we don't know what I don't know
Oh.
what day it is. I
Dusty,
don't know.
is that Dusty? That must have been Chuck Webb, right? Must have been. That's great. I'll be excited to read.
Oh,
it.
you know what?
We
That's
both
right.
did
We
that.
both
yeah,
did that.
we
Yeah.
did that at
That was
PAX.
at PAX. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
and-
remember that. See, it just came to me.
Zero, a QuakeCon winner, and as you might have seen earlier in the video, and it might come around again, has inspired our Deagle weapon that specifically says zero tolerance on it. Wants to know if the interview with him is going up. If you're not in the know, we did a video interview with him when he visited us here on the studio, and our editing guys are still putting that together. I think it right now looks like it's going to go up after the open beta, so we can just make sure that it's focused on and not caught up in the open beta launch stuff. That way people actually watch it and check it out.
I think for the new people, and we've been talking a lot about very specific parts of the game, and I've seen some questions about this. It's free to play. This is a free to play game. It's in a browser,
No
and
downloading.
it's top quality in a browser. So it's going to be the first of its kind that's actually this high quality game experience you're seeing here. Very much based on a core gameplay, FPS gameplay experience like the likes of Halos and Call of Duties and things like that. And so when you jump right in, it's going to feel very familiar to you, and then it's going to feel very unique to you minutes later when you start to teabag
Customize
your
your
friend
character.
and
Yeah, teabag,
do a cock shot, any number of other things that are fun
beacon.
with a meme head, and all the new stuff that we're talking about today, the more specific stuff like the skill tree and like the
My name is
weapon stuff.
My name is Postus. We need to lay off the Hot Pockets. Hey, man, we're an indie dev. Hot Pockets, ramen, that shit's cheap. What are you going to do? That's
Well,
what we live off of.
All we do is eat and make this video game.
That's right. That's all I do. I just eat.
If
Forget
we
everything else, it's just eating.
Nice. We
Yeah.
need to put you to work.
What, if we only ate Hot Pockets, we would never be in here. We'd be on the toilet the whole time.
That's right. Or not.
So
You'd be hoping, but you'd just be waiting. It's a lot of bread, is all I'm saying.
Hot pockets.
diarrhea pockets.
Oof. Okay. Oof.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what else?
Thank
what
you,
else we got?
Thank you, Jim Gaffigan. Love you.
I still have another shirt to give away. Who wants this other shirt? It's a cockshot shirt. It says,
I want a cockshot shirt.
well, you have one already.
I can come up with a really interesting reason.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
You gonna
I'll
give
let
it away
these
to
guys do it.
yourself?
Did
Whoa.
you Did
I
you know
almost
that
got
his
stabbed
last?
by his pen. He's got a wild
wow,
pen.
what the fuck are you doing? Calm down.
We're nearing the end. We're nearing the end. I'm getting a little punchy. Here you go. Yeah,
Oh.
here's a cockshot shirt. Or pernchy, as Chris would say.
Perch. Ermagerd.
We speak Ermagerd around here. So.
Yeah. So if you want this shirt, let us know in the next couple of minutes, and these guys will pick someone to give it to. One of the questions that's come up while we were chatting amongst ourselves about useless shit was, number one, is there going to be clan support, and what kind of competitive features are there going to be?
Well, I'll start with clan support's going to be coming online, not
Yeah.
for the first release, but will be coming online soon after our open beta, and we'll be announcing some things around that. We do have some competitive modes that we're launching for open beta, which I think are really interesting. And I know even Michael was playing some of them today. Can you talk
Yeah.
a little bit about those?
Well, we have hardcore mode, which doubles the damage of the weapons. It strips away all consumables. It takes away the mini map. It takes the power ups out of the map, and it's a hardcore mode.
Yeah.
And we also have an elimination version of that. We were playing that today. It's really fun.
So one's hardcore and it has respawn, and you can just play, but it's super hardcore because it takes out all the little things that might give you a little bit of an advantage. And then the other one is pure elimination. So all our friends over working on Counter-Strike, similar to that.
And
Right.
one thing that I think needs to be stressed, and it's not really common in a lot of multiplayer shooters these days. It's more common in the back. Is that not every game mode is playable on every map? These maps are really designed to support specific types of game modes, and we don't try to shove all the modes onto everything, right?
Yeah, you can't have CTF on all the maps. It just doesn't work. The same, some of the smaller maps you can't really have capture point because, well, I guess you can on dry run, but you go any smaller than that, and you just can't have.
Some of them work really well for all modes,
Yep.
and some of them we build very specifically to support those modes, and a couple of others. And so you'll see, we did actually something that's been updated as well. A lot of people were asking questions about server list and how to select a game experience and things like that, and we thought the interface could use some work. And so it's really easy now to choose your game type, and you'll see a bunch of new game types as well. And then your map is really easy as well. And so it's boom, boom, and then cut, and then you
a little
play
more
the game.
intuitive.
And so you'll be able to jump into things that are not just random play.
I think Gizmo-san earned themselves a shirt. I don't know what you think.
Well,
Gizmo
if anybody's
Sun's,
offering us booze,
Says,
then...
Gizmo-san says we'll buy Dev Team first round of alcohol for a cock shot. There you go.
Lee, you
But
win.
did he ask for a shirt?
It's a
Yeah.
shirt. So,
okay, it's a shirt.
Gizmo-san,
Okay.
send a private message to Offensive Combat in this channel via Twitch TV. Give me your name and the address you want this to be sent to, and we'll make sure this is sent out to you tomorrow. And thank you. I'm out of shirts, so there's no more shirts to give out. Sorry, but we will have more next week. We have one. We have one for ourselves, so there's always that.
No, we do have. Okay.
But Double and Johnny, that's a good point. Can we have an all-out dev versus beta players war before the open beta starts? I can guarantee you that as soon as we open up the open beta to the closed beta testers, most of the devs are going to be online.
Yeah.
That's right.
So in an
We'll
informal
figure
way,
something out.
yeah,
We can probably figure something out too.
We would set up something more formal, though realistically, I would say that it's probably not going to happen until day of launch or right before, because everyone is so busy.
Yeah.
Getting them to have the time to all hop on at once would be pretty difficult. But it's definitely something that's in the cards and something we talk about.
As soon as that build's ready,
Yeah.
we'll be on there. What else we got? We got any more questions?
Chris, we want someone to come at them. I think that's us. You got a shirt.
Come at me, bros.
Yeah,
Yeah, you already got it. You already
don't
got
tase me,
Oh,
bro.
oh. For our
For
challenge.
the
For the challenge, the
challenge,
head-to-head. Got it.
So I
Got
think
it.
that's good for this show, and well, unless you guys have more questions for us, here's some more footage of the game. I think it's been a success. I'm very happy that we got to show everybody a lot of this open beta content that we've been working on for some time.
Yeah.
And just a couple of other things before we go. One last time, we are going open beta September 27th. If you want in the closed beta before then,
Nice.
which you do in order to get some exclusive items, which we have on the blog, please go to offensivecombat.com or euphoriagames.com and put your email address in the box, and we will send you a beta key within the next 24 hours. Play a game. That way you get the special items. You can also follow us on Twitter at Euphoria Games or like us on Facebook at /offensivecombat or /Euphoria Games. And those are the ways that we're going to tell you when the open beta content is available for closed beta players first. Whew.
That was a lot.
That was
Yeah.
that was a mouthful.
That was a lot.
It was.
It sounds like you're getting used to
I'm
saying
tired. I am getting a little used to it. Yeah, only took about 10 broadcasts.
that. I'll throw in the proverbial description for a week. I saw a bunch of new people jump on, but so before we roll, free to play in a browser. Right now we're in closed beta, but you can get a key, which Dunham just mentioned, offensivecombat.com. In about a week or so, we're going to go open for everybody, which is really exciting. We talked about today our cool new weapons mod system, which is really awesome in my opinion.
Teased the character perks.
Yep, skill tree system in Next, and I saw some questions around whether it's branching or not branching, and it looked like 2 lines, but you actually got some choice vectors there across every part of your body. So that we'll start talking about that soon too. For those of you that are in the closed beta, you're going to get to experience that before everybody else anyway, and so you get to start to feel through that. And the coolest thing I think, and people ask about the inspiration of the game and sort of like what's it about, and there's been lots of people saying it looks like this or looks like that or feels like this, and it's like, this is really a mashup. I mean, the intention of making this game, and when Michael and I first started working on it, was to bring in the things that we love most about these other games, and what it ended up like was this, right? Which is, I can look like I want, I can show off the way I want with Pwns, taking those things that are sort of more pushed down and disregarded in other games and actually making those central to the game experience. And then even now we're actually adding even deeper sort of hardcore features to make those core players a little bit happier and sort of player growth and things like that. And so I think we really have something special.
I agree.
We have a quick question from, I know that was the goodbye, but we have a couple of questions we should answer. And that's Boxman, can I contact you guys somewhere private, part of a Dutch gaming forum, and was wondering if we get some keys to give out. Sure, drop us a line via private message there on Twitch TV to Offensive Combat. We'll check it out after the show. We can set up contact information that way. If you want to follow these guys on Twitter, or me, don't know why, but if you want to, you could follow him at Chris R. Archer. You're
at Michael Shore.
There you go, and I'm at Dunham Smash. And as Ben has said or it's actually was Dublin Johnny, Ben's biggest fan, said in the chat, he's at Ben M. Coleman, and he's one of our designers. Barnell there, Sabrina, I don't think she's on Twitter. If she is, she hasn't told us in order to stay hidden. But if she wants to put it in there.
There she is.
And then as far as the website to go to, we've seen that come up a couple times, offensivecombat.com. I think that's it for the show. We will be back again next week, different day. We're going to be here on Thursday instead of Wednesday to kind of coincide with the release of the game. That way everyone can kind of play along with us as we talk about the game. And we're going to have lots of special guests, and by special guests, I don't mean anyone famous. I just mean other people in the office.
I think by special guests, we mean many, many bottles of beer.
If things are going well, then special guests will be bottles.
That's right.
Yep. Brown-colored bottles with liquid in them.
Maybe we can afford to hire a spokesperson, and we'll get, like, I don't know, who'd be cool to bring
Can we get them drunk, too?
That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
We'd hire them specifically to do that. Just get them smashed.
I love that.
Get someone like...
I have friends that we can hire.
Is that why your call sign is Dunham Smash?
It is, because I'm always wanting... No, it's not.
This guy's always wasted.
I'm a Hulk fan. That's why.
A drunk Hulk fan.
Yes. Drunk Hulk is great on Twitter if you haven't followed him.
He is.
Follow that guy. Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
See you next week, Thursday, 3 p.m. here on Twitch TV. Hope to see you next time. Take it easy.
Later.
Uncomfortable silence as I shut it off.
Peace out.